Is this thing on? Yeah, it's on. Oh my God. Yeah, feminism killed the black community. And I don't care. Fuck the mic. Feminism killed the black community. Simple as that. Y'all don't want to believe it. Nobody wants to accept it. Feminism killed the black community. Women don't even smile at men anymore. They don't even care. You seriously think, with all the studies that's going on right now, you seriously think that it's okay or it's smart to even speak about black men the way that y'all speak about black men? The way that the economy is going, do y'all think that it's safe to speak to black men the way that y'all speak to black men? The way that the government and all this stuff is going, do y'all really think that it's safe to speak about black men, black boys, black children the way that y'all speak about us? Y'all really don't understand that other there's no other man, woman, or child outside of you, outside of the brother or sister that's actually gonna be there to tend to your ass when shit hits the fan. And the same people that's talking about black men, I feel sorry for your dad. I feel sorry for your dad. Oh, I know my title is gonna be what keeps people away from this live. I know my title is gonna be controversial. I'm a controversial motherfucker. I wouldn't be me if I wasn't controversial. I wouldn't be me if I wasn't who I am. I promise you. I'm not like anybody else that you know, met, or will meet. I'm completely different. And what I know is facts, is not the truth. But what the truth is, when you decide to go against your own kind and talk bad about your own people, you can make it a little bit talking bad about other people because you still have your own people backing you. And it looks like, you know, it's okay because it's not like you're shitting on anybody, you're just bigging up your own people, right? Even if you're talking a little bit of shit about somebody else, it's cool, right? But once you go and you talk about your own people, that's like going into the mirror and instead of saying, "What's up, gorgeous? Good morning, gorgeous. What's up, handsome, beautiful, blah, blah, blah." That's like looking in the mirror and casting every single bad spell that you can cast against your own self. That's what that is doing when you talk about your own people. When I see a black woman talk about a black man and talk about she will never date black men or don't date black men or don't do or this, that, and the third, and it's blaming black men, when all black men ever done in this society is risk our lives, safety, and money for our own women and our own children, while you have a system that's painting a picture, a false picture at that. You have a system that's painting a narrative and writing a narrative, a false narrative at that, and making everyone in the world see, even though they don't believe. They're just making everyone see that the black man is such a dangerous person, especially if he got dreads, right? Because this is a this is something that's so frightening to the powers that were or the manipulators that be, right? It's something so frightening as a chocolate man with dreads. But the one thing that's more frightening is a black woman talking bad about the black man. Like we don't have feelings. Like we don't have emotions. Like that shit don't affect us. Like we're not gonna see that shit. And then 2 years down the line, where you need one of us, we're not gonna remember that shit. Y'all talk so much shit about us and treat us like we don't matter. And then y'all come straight to us whenever the fuck y'all see shit getting hard. Whenever y'all see shit going in ways that y'all can't control, in ways that y'all can't lift the fuck up, in ways that y'all can't handle, y'all run straight to the fucking black man. Like we're not gonna forget. Like we're gonna forget all the shit that y'all was talking about us. Like we're gonna forget the ways that y'all made us feel. Like y'all talk about us like we don't have fucking feelings. Y'all treat us like we don't matter. And that's why I'm glad I don't have no friends or none of that stuff, because friends will do you the same fucking way that a female do you, yo. Because those are the only men that have to go anywhere and feel like they gotta be picking on somebody or belittle somebody or take advantage of somebody because they get taken advantage of by a female that they're supposed to be loving, and then it shocks them and it traumatizes them and it turns them into something that they're not. So they internally turn into this female that's belittling them, taking advantage of them, making them feel so small, like they don't have feelings. And then they go around and then they go around their friends, and then they start acting the same way that that female treated them. They start acting the same way around their own friends. They start treating their friends the same way. They start treating their children the same way. So it's like a man can't get away from it, even if he wants to get away from it, because it still haunts him in his day to day. It still haunts him in his personality. It still haunts him in his friendships. It still haunts him in his fatherhood, right? In his brotherhood. It haunts him every single where. And women, I told y'all, women were used as a tool because this is supposed to be a creative time. They're using the creative energy as a destructive force, right? So they're creating ways to talk bad about the black man. They're creating ways to talk bad about the black boy. They're creating ways to talk bad about the black community. All the while, the black community is thriving. The black community is coming back from extinction, near death extinction, actually. The black community is finally remembering who we are. The black community is remembering that we ain't even black. But the feminine energy is the creative energy that was turned and used to create division in our community. And then you have a bunch of black women talking bad about black boys and black men. And it's like we don't have feelings. It's like we don't have emotions. It's making me feel like when you cry or when you feel sad, your parents on the Caribbean, they tell you, you want me to give you something to cry for? Like, damn, I'm already feeling bad. Feeling I'm already feeling so small and so little, and then you still threatening to beat my ass because I'm feeling sad. So as black men, we don't have the right to feel fucking sad, even as we're boys. So we're always being buck broken. They're always buck breaking us to fucking be so senseless, right? And then when we do senseless shit, they talk about how it's always the same culprits, or they're always doing senseless shit. But you fucking train us and you program us to be this way. You talk to us like we don't have fucking feelings. And then you expect us to go out into the world and be all that we can fucking be and do this and do that for you. But what about us? And in the same sense, right? When they say that black man ain't shit, when they say that black man is dangerous, black man is this, that, and the third, who do you think they run to first for any type of inspiration, influence in any industry, who do you think they go to? Hmm? Who is the slave that's working for Instagram, right in the Instagram algorithm right now? Who is the slave that's working for Meta, that's right in Meta's algorithm right now? Who is the slave that's working for Facebook, that's right in Facebook's algorithm right now? They're all black people. They're using black women in Disney. They're using black women in MTV, BET. They're using black women on streaming platforms, Amazon Prime. There's black women and black men all up in that shit. And guess who's the number one target when they have a point to prove, or they're trying to make some type of, or they're trying to make some type of statement? They use the black man as a culprit. They use the black man as their scapegoat. The black man is used as the scapegoat, while the black man is used as the inspiration and the influence for every fucking thing that they want to do in this fucking world. That's why 2026 is going to be a lot of people just dropping. They're going to be dropping so fast, and y'all going to be looking, and y'all going to be wondering, like, why are so many people dropping? Why is there so much people losing their stuff, losing their life? Why is so many people dropping? Well, I'm going to just tell y'all, rapture. You motherfuckers don't expect the rapture to happen. Y'all expect just to live and be fucking assholes and be fucking pieces of shit to fucking good people, right? Remember, they say, oh, bad things happen to good people. Well, watch bad things happen to fucking bad people this year. Watch how many bad people lose their lives this year. I promise you. Look, turn the news on and you'll see. Turn the news on. You will see, oh, you will see how much bad people are losing every fucking thing this year. What up? They say bad things happen to good people. I promise you, turn the fucking news on right now. You'll see how much bad things happen to bad people. This year is going to be the beginning of the end for fucking bad people doing bad things to good people. I'm telling y'all, karma. Y'all keep saying karma's a bitch. She gonna come for y'all first. I'm trying to tell all these people that so-called calling themselves fighting on the side of light and talking about karma this and dharma that and this, that, and the third. You think karma thing, you think if I'm here fighting on your side and I'm a knight defending children and defending women and defending peace and defending all the shit that we hold dear. You think I'm gonna keep defending you if you gonna look at me and call me a bitch? If my name is Karma and somebody called me a bitch, you think I won't haunt them? You think I won't haunt their ass down first? I keep telling y'all, karma is not a bitch. Karma is exactly what the fuck people deserve when they do shit to good people. And a whole bunch of bad people gonna be dropping dead this year. And next year, it's not even gonna be people dropping. It's gonna be people pointing, and it's gonna be people hunting those bad people. Y'all see what happened in Black Rock. Y'all see what happened in England. Y'all see what happened in Europe. Y'all see what the fuck is happening in Africa. Y'all see what's happening in Indonesia. Y'all see what's happening all around the United States. Remember, the root word, the meaning, the etymology of the word explorer is spy. America was a hidden gem. America was that Atlantis that they were looking for. That's why they made so much fucking movies trying to find Atlantis. Once they finally found Atlantis, don't you see what they're doing now in Atlanta? Don't you see what they're doing now in the entire America? Why is it that none of this stuff is going on in any other country but America? Every other place, they talk about famine, they talk about this, they talk about that. But in America, they got every single thing under the sun going on. Who do y'all think? Where do y'all think? And what do y'all think the Valkyrie did after Hitler was done? When Hitler was when they killed Hitler, all the scientists that was working for Hitler started working in America. Every single one of them. Every single scientist that worked under the fucking under that swastika, they working for American government right now. Hitler's plan never died. It just turned into somebody else's tool. His plan just went into somebody else's arsenal. It's like when you doing something and somebody's trying to destiny swap with you. They want to do what you do and they want to do you better than you and they don't want you to do you. So they try to do you better than you and they try to take you out. That's exactly what happened with Hitler. Y'all think all the science, what do you think they did to the scientists? The people that was working under him, his left and his right hand man, all of them came to America. Every single last one of them was working right now under the American government. All of them. And that's not me speaking negative towards no government. I'm just telling y'all what happened. I'm letting you know that those people weren't killed. Those people weren't put to the stake and they weren't put to the guillotine. They were recruited. They were recruited. And the black man is the only one that stood to try at least to defend the black woman. But as we was fighting on one front, we was being betrayed on the other front. So we can't we I'm not even gonna blame no black man for how we are in this society because we were betrayed by our own mothers. We weren't even betrayed by our own brothers. Jesus was betrayed by his friends. The black man was betrayed by his mother. Feminism killed the black family. Feminism killed the black community. Simple as that. Feminism killed family. Feminism killed a black man being able to provide for his family. Feminism killed the ability for a black man to provide for his children. Feminism killed all of that. Feminism killed all of that, and it was just a tool. It was a tool. Just like how World War I was a tool. World War II was a tool. We was getting there in our spirituality. Now our spirituality is being counteracted by the spiritual world itself. Feminism killed the black community. Nobody can tell me different. Nobody can prove different. Feminism killed the black community. Nobody can tell me different. Nobody can prove different. Nobody can say anything else that can counteract that. Feminism killed the black community. 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 My yellow car. Feminism killed the black community. Yeah, I'm talking about my yellow car, nigga. I see a big ass. Imagine you see a big ass yellow truck, like my yellow day. You know you want some good luck. Feminism killed the black community. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's the truth. The truth shall set you free. The truth shall shut this shit the fuck down. Feminism killed the black community. Feminism killed the black community. Nigga, write a song about it. And I will. Feminism killed the black community. Feminism killed the black community. The way that women talk to men today, they treat us like we don't have any type of feelings, yo. They treat us like we don't matter. They treat how you gonna talk bad about a man? How are you gonna talk bad about a man? And then you have sons. You talk all this shit about black men, but you got a black son, baby. You have black children. You have black children, you stupid fucking black bitch. You have black sons. And you talking bad about the black man like we don't have feelings. It's like we don't even have feelings, yo. You go on any single one of them YouTube channels right now and you see how they talking shit about niggas. They talking. Bro, they act like we don't matter. They treat us like we don't matter. They talk about us like we don't even have feelings, yo. Like this shit is about to bring me to tears for real. Just thinking about it. Think about this shit, white men. Imagine your mother get on a fucking interview right now and start talking shit about white boys and saying that they should never have given birth to white children, blah, blah, blah. White men ain't shit. They're this and they're that, and they're this and they're that. How would you feel if a white woman came up there talking about fuck white men? And you looking at your mom, or I don't have I didn't have the luxury of having a mother. So when I hear a black woman talk bad about black men, it makes me feel so hurt because I already don't have a mother. And I'm looking at all these other mothers that look just like my mother and my grandmother and my sister, and they talking shit about me. How would you feel? My Indian men. How would you feel if an Indian woman came up on these interviews? Huh? If a Muslim woman came up on all these interviews and they talk shit saying fuck the Muslim man. Don't have no children by a Muslim man. Don't have no children by a white man. How would y'all feel? How would y'all feel? They talk about us like we don't matter. They talk about us like we're not gonna see this stuff and we're not gonna know who the fucking women are that's talking all this shit. They treat us like they don't even treat us like second class citizens. They treat us like we're a third world stepchild that came out of a fucking lab that they were forced to deal with. They treat us like they were forced to deal with us. Like they didn't have to deal with the black child. They didn't have to deal with the black man. They treat us like that. They treat us just like that. They talk about us like they don't have to deal with us. They talk about us like 2075 is not going to be 5% white people in the world and black people is going to be the majority and we're not going to remember who the fuck was talking about black men. They talk about us like we don't have the slightest bit of feelings. They talk about us like we don't matter. Imagine if your mother went on an interview and she's talking about you. You could be white, Indian, Muslim, Hebrew, whatever. Imagine your mother go on an interview, or somebody that looks like your mother, or somebody that represents your race go on an interview and they start talking shit about your people, the men in your race, and you sitting next to your father, and that look like your mother on TV, and you got to look at your dad, and you wondering like, what do they mean? Like, fuck us. What do they mean? Like, just use us for our money, and just throw us away. What do they mean by that, Dad? How your father gonna talk to you about? How is your father gonna answer that question to you? You ask your father. Fathers used to ask their sons, "When are you gonna give me a grandchild?" Fathers don't even ask their sons that anymore. Fathers don't even ask their sons that no more. Italy, The country in Europe I would love to visit, Italy. And the thing is, yo, like men aren't even complaining about that shit. What are we? If a black woman get up on an interview and say she don't like black men, and I get on the interview and they ask me, how do I feel about what the sister just said? First off, she's not a sister of mine. She's a black woman. I'm a Niji. Yeah, we've been reclassified. Yeah, I'm going into all of this. We've been reclassified. But if it's a black woman on TV talking down on a black man, she's not a Niji. She's definitely a nigger with a hard ER. And I give every race or everybody right to call that anybody. I give every race the right to call anyone, any one of my brothers and sisters that go on an interview talking bad about our race. Y'all have the right to call them the hard ER, and we won't do anything to help them. They have already chose to excommunicate themselves from us. So while they excommunicate themselves from us, they're going to use those words. And when they use those words to talk against us, y'all have the whole right to call them the hard ER. And we won't do nothing to you. Because we sick and tired of that shit. I want black children. I'm going to have a black daughter and a black son. I'm not going to have them sit there and watch no fucking bitch who look like them talk bad about them and talk about use them, don't give a fuck about them, take their money, take this and take that and just fucking dive out. Y'all have all the rights in the world to call them the hard ER, and we will not do anything about it because we will already know that those are the people that decided to go against their own fucking mother and father and their own race, their own people. They decided that. They chose. So once you fucking choose, you better pick your side, point and choose, and stay the fuck there. Because going forward, 2026, y'all gonna see a whole bunch of bad people drop dead. There's gonna be a whole bunch of bad people that did bad to good people. They're gonna be dropping dead. You won't even know what the fuck happened to them. It's gonna be like fucking magic. It's gonna be like fucking magic. It's gonna be like somebody said abraca fucking dabra. I command you. And then they're gonna just drop. Somebody say abraca fucking dabra. I command you. And they're gonna fucking drop. And when they drop, ain't nobody gonna be able to do anything to help them. Nobody's gonna help them. Nobody is gonna help any one of them. Nobody's gonna help any one of them. Why? Because I told you so. I told you this 5 years ago. I was telling y'all this on Facebook in 2012. This is the last fucking year on this planet. Now, what's going on in the economy? Inflation out the yin yang. They just took. I told y'all they're gonna start doing stuff in our faces, right? They're gonna do stuff in our faces boldly, and we're not gonna do anything about it. Trump just sent 170 something airships to blow up Venezuela, and they took that shit. That is some gangster ass shit that the president just pulled. He didn't go to Congress. He didn't go to his cabinet. He just said do it. But you know who told him to do it? The motherfucker that put him in that office. Who is the people that got off of the Titanic before it crashed? Those are the motherfuckers that told Trump to do what he did. Who is the people that got off the Titanic before the fucking Titanic crashed? Those are the people that's inflating the motherfucking country right now. He sent the blitz. Hey, they said it's blitz. Y'all better. They try to Omaha and get what's his name? They tried to get him into the safe house, but he couldn't make it. They try to get homeboy into the safe house, but he couldn't make it. And I'm not laughing at him. I'm just saying this is some gangster shit, right? I told y'all they were gonna do this in front of your face, right? And now they're on the news. I can put it on channel 12 right now. They're still talking about that shit. They're telling you that we don't even know what this administration is doing. They didn't even tell us anything. They don't even have a plan to have a briefing on what went on. They don't even have a plan to have a briefing. Yesterday passed, right? What's today is? Today is Tuesday. Sunday, they were supposed to have a briefing. They didn't have that briefing. Monday, they were supposed to have a briefing. They didn't have that briefing. Tuesday, put on CNN right now. They are not having a briefing. They are not even talking about it. And what Trump said? We run Venezuela, nigga. If I were Trump said we run Venezuela. Trump said we run this bitch. That's what we get. Because you got black women on TV saying fuck black men. You got black women on TV saying, well, we said we don't want y'all to fuck with us. We don't want y'all to talk to us. We want y'all to leave us alone, right? When you see us in the streets, don't say hi. If you want to have time with us, you got to pay up front. You got to pay a deposit. You got to pay babysitter fees. You got to pay this fee. You got to pay that fee. And all this fucking fee for a nigga to have your company, right? We got to pay all these fees, just to have your company. And you shitting on us in public and in private. There's a lot of black men in abusive relationships right now that think that there's no way out. And if he says anything, he could potentially get killed, right? Because it's so easy for a black woman to do anything inside those closed doors, right? And say anything about that black man, and it's gonna be believed. This black woman even said on TV, just the fact of having it being said is a stain enough. Fuck that, nigga. What Jay-Z did, sue the shit out that bitch. Everybody getting held accountable in 2026. Everybody getting held accountable in 2026. Everybody. Everybody is gonna have to, you know, stand on that, right? What Glorilla said? Thought he wasn't gonna have to stand on shit. Now that nigga can't stand me now. Well, a lot of black women aren't gonna be able to stand black men in America anymore because we're gonna be ignoring you. So much so that you're gonna have to come up to us and you're gonna have to talk to us. I don't care if you're shy. I don't care if you've never spoken to a man before in your life. I don't care if you're about to shit yourself or piss yourself or whatever. You're going to have to go against all that feeling that you had and say something. Y'all don't even smile at men no more. I don't remember the last time, not even for me. I don't remember the last time a female smiled at me, but I don't remember the last time I seen a female smile at a man. I don't remember the last time I seen a female smile at a man. And it was just a smile at him. Shit. It wasn't because he had on anything. It wasn't because he smelled good. It wasn't because of none of that. It was just because it was a man. It was he was walking upright. He had you know, he had a certain glow to him or whatever, right? It was just a regular average man. Nothing so special about him that you can actually point out and say, well, this makes him different than all these other. No, it was just a man. He might have held the door open for some random person and then you saw it and you smile at him. Not even that. If a man open if a man hold the door open for a female, she walks in and doesn't say a word. She walks in and doesn't say a word. But if that same man went into the door and let the door go, she would have had something negative to say. Why? Because every single woman is waiting for the shoe to drop. They're expecting men to be pieces of shit because they don't see themselves as the problem. They don't see themselves as the problem. As a matter of fact, they will tell you their problem is that they didn't leave the nigga or play the nigga or betray the man sooner than they did. This woman spent 21 years, had a child with a man, and left him because she thought he wasn't her soulmate. And then a woman asked her, what the fuck is a soulmate? She said, you'll know when you get into the relationship with somebody and you spend time with that person, and then you go along and you get to know this person, but you did it for 21 years. You had 2 children, and then you left them. You didn't give a fuck about how that man was going to feel. You didn't care that that man might have stayed in that relationship for 21 years for you, not for himself. Because what the fuck does a man have or get for staying in a fucking relationship with a female for all his life when he's the one paying the bills? He's the one that got the assets. He's the one that's doing this. He's the one that has to worry about if anything happened, I have to go out there and risk my life so you can live. No matter how I feel, it's my duty that I have to risk my life so you can live because I'm the man. And women get into relationships with women and they realize the same shit. You can't hold your dick like a helicopter blade and spin it in your fucking hand. But you get in a relationship with a female and she still treats you like that. That's why Neo was the one that woke the fuck up in the Matrix, not Trinity. But Neo was chasing after pussy so fucking long, he had to realize that he didn't even realize that he was the fucking one until the last fucking Matrix. And it was at the end of the fucking Matrix when all they fucking ass had to, the only thing that they had was to defend their children or to keep their children safe. Outside of that, that nigga didn't even believe he was the fucking one. Neo didn't believe he was the one. Trinity was telling that nigga you the one. Morpheus was telling that nigga you the one. The Oracle was telling that nigga you the one. This motherfucker was chasing pussy. He just wanted Trinity because he was living in a world where he was a nerd developer and he wasn't the one to get the pussy. That's why it was supposed to be him. He's the loser that everybody saw as nobody. Neo was nobody. And then nobody became the motherfucker that saved the world. Neo was nobody to everybody, which made him the perfect candidate because you looked at him like he was nobody. Y'all look at black men like we nobody. But this is the sun. My skin is the sun. My internal organs is the fucking universe. And I got the power of life and death in my tongue. I'm going to leave this message right here. Feminism killed the black community. Feminism killed the black community. Feminism killed the black community. Feminism did it. Feminism did it. Feminism did it. There was a whole bunch of ugly, nasty looking, unattractive women that started feminism, and they killed the black community. They single-handedly castrated the black man, and they used society to do the same thing to his child. 2026 is year one of our redemption. And this is the first year that you're going to start seeing mass die-offs of people, shit people, not good people. Your great grandma, your grandfather, if they were good to you, if they were good people in society, if they looked at a bug or an animal outside of their house or inside of their house and they did whatever they can to help that bug get outside, they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. But all them feminists, any feminist is gonna have a hard year this year and going forward. Yeah. Feminism killed the black community. And feminism is gonna kill your son. Don't let feminism kill your child. Don't let it. Don't let feminism kill your children. Please. I'm not begging you, but I'm asking on behalf of your child's future, don't let feminism kill your child. Don't let feminism take your daughter and turn her into some perverted, toxic tool for some man's plan. They're using the female's creativity to create destruction. You can create destruction with creativity. The man needs the woman. In order for a man to create life, he has to go through the creator herself. The black woman is God. And they made King Tame's version of the Bible to tame the God. And once they tamed the God, they didn't have to tame the child because the God was already tamed. So whatever God said or God did happen to the child. That's why a black child looks at his mother and wonders how his life going to be. Because I see my mother and I see my father. They don't look at outside society. They don't give a fuck. Even if you take that child and put that child in church, that child going to look at you. You brought me to church. You brought me here. Not God. God didn't bring nothing. You brought your child to church. You brought your child to school. So that child's going to look at you. That child is always going to look at you. No matter if you tell you, my father tells me all the time, thank God. Yeah, I know. I'm praising my father. While my father telling me praise God, I'm praising my father, right? Because I could see you, right? God put you to do whatever it is that you can do for me in my life. So I'm not going to look at God. God already told me to look at you. You telling me look at God, but God, you don't know what God telling me. You don't know what God telling me. God showing me a strong father in a world full of bullshit niggas. So I'm going to praise my father. No matter how much my father say, go praise God. My mother gave up her life for me to live. There's a whole bunch of black women talking about plan B. So I'm going to praise my mother.